Hi guys, it's Chris with City Girl Homestead. So I'm going to do a couple things for prep and then we'll get started in dinner because it's only 3:40 and Tom won't be home for a little bit, but I thought we'd do a couple things. And I'm going to do one thing to surprise him tonight. So I'm going to take, this is what I've been doing with our cheese, is breaking it down into rounds. And I'm going to grind up some for him to have tonight for dinner. I know tonight's dinner is going to seem weird, but I hope it turns out good, and I hope it tastes good. But I just want to think of different ways to cook some of the things that I've canned up. You know what I mean? So it's not just always one dish, and that's it. Because there's got to be several different ways to cook things. So, yeah. So I'm going to grind up some more of this cheese, and then I'll be back to the next step. Alright, so I got the side salads made. I got all my cheese grated up, and I chopped up the rest of the cheese and put it in a container for the refrigerator so that he can take it to work next week. And he just got to the parking ride, so it's time to start dinner. I'm going to miss one thing about next week. This has been the easiest week ever. Just, you know, opening jars and whatever. It's been so, like, kind of a cooking break. You know what I mean? So I like my beans heated up. This is the barbecued beanie weenies that I made. And like I said, it can be used for any meal. It doesn't matter what it is. You can always add beans to the side. Somebody said today her parents use it for just about every meal. But I think back about it, and like I was saying, I think my mom and dad, I think they fed us, you know, beans and franks and stuff a lot too. But they were that one brand that, ugh, I don't like, actually. So, because it just seems like all liquid. So I'm just going to put those on very low, just to let them warm up. So now, you can make it different ways. Now, Courtney had an idea for dinner, and I just didn't have the money to do more grocery shopping this week, so I didn't. But she thought about using the egg roll, you know, the little sheets, and putting them into your muffin pans. But I'm actually going to take the pork egg roll in a jar, and I'm going to make them into tacos. I'm not going to add lettuce because there's already cabbage in it. So no need for that. Look at that. You just have to be difficult, didn't you? It just had to be difficult. Oh, look at that. Oh, you guys. It smells so amazing. I am not even lying. You know what's really funny is that he's getting a lot more jars to take down every day. Now, as this is warming up, I want to break it up into even smaller chunks because we're going to use it as tacos. And I made up 2 pounds of the jasmine rice today. And so I have rice to put in it. And I know it sounds really, really weird to make it into tacos, but, you know, I mean, why can't you have pork tacos? And it's got, you know, veggies in it, and it's got, you know, juice that's going to thicken up when I get the rice put in there. And, you know, I was talking to Rhoda over at Peace Be Still, and like she said, she uses her tortilla shells for a lot of different things, like wraps and stuff like that. So why couldn't you? You know what I mean? You can think of other ways to cook it. It doesn't have to be into a taco or whatever. It can be into whatever you want it to be into. I'm going to turn that down just even a little bit lower. So I'm going to let this start to heat up a little bit, and then I'll be back and I'll show you what else I'm going to do. Alright, so I got the pieces broke up. Look at that. And it smells amazing. Amazing. Now I'm going to take that rice. If I don't have enough, I just put the other ones in the freezer. I can always get more out and add to it. Now the thing about, you know, if you don't can, that's fine. Because I've had a couple of people say, well, I don't can, whatever. And you don't have to can. There are other products on the market in which are, you know, somewhat similar or whatever, that you can do all this stuff with them too. And, you know, with this stuff, you can actually add, you know, like the rice, you could add more vegetables, whatever you wanted to do to make it stretch out farther. I think I'm going to get just a little bit more rice. Alright, so he had to stop at Walmart and at Sam's to get gas before coming home. So I had to rewarm it up again. Alright, so I'm going to take this filling, which I'm going to tell you, I've already took a couple bites of it. It's really good. It is very, very, very flavorful. I would definitely can it again. No ifs, and buts, maybes about it. And actually, there's going to be, I took enough for him to have for lunch at work tomorrow. And a couple of taco shells. And we got 5 tacos here. Jack's already ate. He had his macaroni and cheese, and I gave him a can of beans. So he already ate. And there's probably enough that for me and Jack tomorrow for lunch. So by adding that, the rice, it really does extend that meal so that it could feed a family of 4. Now I'm going to take the last of those tomatoes that I had, and I'm going to put them on there. Now they're all used up. I was looking on an ad today, and those same tomatoes that I bought for $1.50 are $5 everywhere. So that's a pretty good deal, I think. And it covered a lot of meals. So then I'm going to use his favorite cheese. And I'm going to put that on top. Now, I don't think I'm going to add any sour cream or anything like that. I don't think it's necessary, because it's quite creamy on its own. So there's that. Look at that. Then, since there's not much room on his plate, I'm going to put the beans in our little cups right here. I don't think I can eat them all, but usually whatever I don't eat, he does. So we might still go down to Bronson on Saturday, because they have that cheese that I really like to can with the queso and everything else. $5.99 for a 10-pound can. It's usually $12.99 at Sam's or any place else, so that's a good deal. I want to get a few. So look at those. I told you some of those beans would be white, but once you mix them together, and they're nice and thick, it's not that watery stuff. I don't like that. Alright, so I'm going to get everything put on the table, and he should be here any minute to do a taste test. Well, hi Tom, how are you?
I'm doing just fine.
So this is the pork egg roll in a bowl. And I added rice and made it into a taco. And I used your favorite cheese.
Pepper jack?
You're really spoiled, aren't you? That's flavorful, isn't it?
Very good.
Well, do you want me to can more of it?
Sure.
It even has cabbage in it. I guess it's good you haven't sat it down. So there's his beans, his taco, side salad, and his cookie. So why don't you try your beans? That's the barbecued ones. What do you think?
Those are good.
Want to try your cookie?
Oatmeal?
They're applesauce cookies.
Hmm.
I'm going to put the rest of them in your lunchbox.
That's really good.
So winner, canned food dinner?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Now he has to go downstairs and find something I canned so I can make it for tomorrow. Alright, we're going to let him eat. Obviously, he likes those tacos. You guys have a blessed night. Be a blessing, and goodbye, Tom.
Bye, Tom.
You guys have a great night.